Hello and welcome on Thomas Geiger Car. Today with the brand new Mercedes G-Class. Yes, you got me right. After almost 40 years, Mercedes has really built a new G-Class. The icon in the old shape, but with new technology. Everything you see is new, even if it might look like the old one. And we're gonna find out if the car really performs as good or even better as the one you know since 4 decades. So join me on my test drive here on Thomas Geiger Car and I'll tell you more about it. For the initial start, the G-Class will be available with 2 perfect engines, 4-liter V8. As the G500, it will have 422 horsepower. As the G63 AMG, it will deliver 585 horsepower and it will go up to 240 kilometers per hour, the highest top speed ever achieved by a standard G-Class, and a speed the car now easily can handle due to its wider drag, the new suspension, the new axles, the new steering, the new brake. So a real big progress. Also in efficiency, because I'll estimate about 10% less consumption compared to the outgoing model. Talking about efficiency, something that is missing in the starting lineup is the diesel for Europe that will come later that year, early next year, and something with an electric engine. But Daimler boss Dieter Zetsche already promised at the world premiere that electrification will not stop with the G-Class. So there will be, not sure if it's a plug-in or a fully electric version, but there will be a green G-Class as well. While the outside only changed very smooth and carefully, Mercedes has started almost a revolution in the interior of the G-Class and made the car fit for the digital natives of the generation iPhone. Because also in the G-Class we now have the digital widescreen cockpit with the 2 big screens as we know it from E and S Class. We have the 2 sensors on the steering wheel as we know it from E and S Class, and we have the command controller with the touchpad as we know it from the limousines. The only thing that is missing is the new MBUX system that just was launched with the A-Class. So no touchscreen and not the Hello Mercedes perfect voice control system. And even if everything is looking different, modern, fresh and new, there are also some iconic details kept in the car. The 3 buttons for the locks of the drivetrain and the handle. And that's not a fake. This handle is real and you can grab it and it will help you. And you will need it once you go off-roading with the G-Class, as we do in a minute. If you drive the G-Class on its home turf, you will not figure out much differences to the outgoing model. Yes, the car got better in every discipline. More ground clearance, more water weight depth, better approach angles and everything. But it already was that good that you really need to be a professional rally driver if you want to figure out the progress the engineers made. Solid leather frame, low range gear and 3 individual locks gets you almost everywhere. The big difference comes if you go on-road, because that was the weak part of the old G-Class. It was loud, noisy, uncomfortable. The new model instead is very relaxed, almost a limousine on a bit higher wheels. Design-wise, Mercedes has done an amazing job continuing the G-Class story, because on the first look it is still the icon. The same shape that you know for almost 40 years. Still the boxy vehicle with only hard corners and no soft shapes. But if you look a little bit closer, all the metals is slightly bended. Even the front window is a bit curved. And the car got wider, wheelbase got bigger, so you got more space in the interior. For me, really a good example how you treat an icon without sticking too much to the history, getting it a bit modern, but still staying true to the initial shape. The shape of the G-Class might be the same, but the size has changed dramatically. The car got 10 centimeters wider, it's got more wheelbase, it's a little longer than before, and all that is to benefit for the rear seat passengers. Because now you can sit comfortably, you can get in and out through wider doors with a bigger opening, even if your shoe size is bigger than 36, and you really have a relaxed ride on the rear seat. For sure, the more comfortable car for the backseat passengers might still be the GLS, but in the outgoing model you sat on the rear seat for 2 hours and you've been asking for a massage. Now you can go all the day on or off-road and still leave the vehicle relaxed and fit. Thank you for joining me on that first test drive with the new Mercedes G-Class. For me, the perfect example how to treat an icon and to make it fit for future. Because it looks the same as you know it, it feels the same as you know it, and it drives the same as you know it. Just better in every aspect. It is more modern, more efficient, it's got the more modern infotainment, it is more luxurious and more comfortable. So the perfect way to stand for another 40 years. At least. Thank you, tschüss, and bye-bye.